And welcome to another episode of A Different Way of Life. I'm your host, JJ, and we got the glowing personality, overachiever, Miss Ambitious, and she's in school for business management, Crystal Nash. How you doing, lady?
Doing all right.
I'm all right. I'm all right. And we usually just kick things off with your childhood, like what area did you grow up in, and what did you want to be when you grew up?
Okay, I grew up in East Point, Michigan. I also grew up in Warren. I wanted to be a registered nurse, but that didn't pan out. So,
Ain't nothing wrong with that. And then, what about like being a registered nurse? Like you just wanted to care for people, or was it something
yes,
different?
I just love helping people. There is so many hurt people and just that need good people to take care of them.
Yeah, man.
So,
And then, how were you as a kid?
um, I was pretty ambitious. I was a cheerleader. I played volleyball, softball. Um, my grades were like a C average. um, I was just, I was pretty fun kid.
All right. Okay. And then, prior to your your injury, what kind of jobs did you have?
Um, I worked at Subway. That was my only job that I had.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it
Did
was.
you did you like Subway?
Yes, I love Subway.
Uh, was
Yes.
that something that so like with me, my best job was working in Ford, but like my favorite job was when I worked at Kmart. Like, was that Subway? Was that a job that if it paid more you would do, or is that something that like it was just a job?
It was just a job for me.
Oh, okay.
Um, I also worked at Raw Barbecue downtown,
Okay.
and I was a hostess slash waitress. So that's probably my favorite job.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. And then, so like on your off days, what was like? What did you typically get into?
I love nature, so I would go on like nature walks, and I would go out to like 23 Mile and Shaner and just walk around there. And I was just pretty outside person.
Okay. And so well, that kind of lead into so like prior to your injury, the places and hobbies and the things you like to do, it was just based around like nature and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah. Is that did that stem from like childhood, or was that something you got into as you got older?
more peaceful.
Oh,
Um, I became older and just learned I love peace. So it just kind of went with one on one.
yeah. And then what was like relationship wise? How was that before your injury?
Um, I relationship wise, I was not lucky as I'm not now. Like I love being by myself. Just leave me alone. I don't feel like dealing with the problems. So
Okay, and then with your accident that happened at when you were 24, like how did that happen?
I was okay. I was at work and I had got a phone call from my man's baby mama, and she was like, "I'm at your house," and da da da. And I was just like, I got mad, and so I went to the liquor store. I wasn't thinking, and so I went and got me a bottle, and yeah, my accident happened. Like, if I could redo it, I would have. I would, because there's some things that you just don't play with, and life is one of them. So,
And then like your immediate thoughts, like right after, what were some of those?
how could I do this to myself? Um, I had long hair like down to my butt, and then I cut my hair, and I was devastated. And but my mom was like, "You still have your nails on, and you didn't mess up your face, so you're good." I'm like, "Thanks, mom. All right."
Yeah. And then what were like some of your injuries?
Um, my balance and my equilibrium was off. Um, I had two brain bleeds. Um, I had to learn to walk, talk, move my hands. Um, and along with thinking, like it messed up my thinking. So I couldn't do for myself for a long time. And I had to have someone take care of me, and I wasn't okay with that. Like being 24, no. I just wanted to do it myself, and yeah.
Yeah, that's how I was too. Like I was saying, when mine happened at 25, it was like my whole life I've based it off of me being independent. Like I thrived on it. Like it made me like who I am. Like it. So it's like once you become so dependent on somebody else, uh, changing your clothes, getting you dressed, getting you up, helping you do this, helping you. It was like
Mm,
that was my toughest thing to overcome. Like
mm-hmm.
it was just so hard. But I don't think people understand like how how hard that is to just have your life adjust that much like overnight. Like
Yes.
it's crazy. And then like when so how long were you in the hospital?
I was in the hospital for 3 months. I was in, um, hold on. I was in Henry Ford. Yeah, I was in Henry Ford, and then I went to RIM,
Oh, okay. I was at Rim.
and then I went home because my insurance stopped paying. So, yeah.
Yeah. And then when then you were saying like that you were in a coma. Was that um was that in the hospital or
Yes, that was in the hospital.
okay.
They induced me into a coma when I arrived to the hospital from my accident. Um, Oh, I forgot to tell you, my ear came off, and they put back on my ear, and I can still hear and everything. So
Wow.
yeah,
From the accident?
yes,
Oh
like I
wow.
slid on the pavement. I also got road rash on my arms. But yeah, I slid on the pavement, and so my ear came off, and they found my ear next to me. So yeah,
That's amazing. That's
yeah.
amazing. And so was like your morning routine, and like now that you became like dependent on somebody else with helping you and all that type of stuff, how did your morning routine change?
Um, I would wake up at 6 o'clock. Take my medication. Um, drink my coffee. Um, and then I would have therapy throughout the day, and that was at nighttime. It was dinner time, and I just relaxed.
Was your therapy, was it physical and like
I
mental?
I have physical, occupational,
Oh,
and mental. Yeah.
and have you had any jobs since being injured?
I work at neurorestorative. I I used to work on the part as like a parts inspector, but I worked my way up to administrative assistant. So I'm the secretary's assistant, and I love it there. I've been there for 7 years.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Is is that still giving you the feeling of like being able to care for people?
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good. And then so with like right after you becoming injured, like did your hobbies and stuff change? Do you still like nature as much as you did before?
I'm a homebody. I don't like to do anything. Like I just sit on my couch and watch TV. I go to the gym. Um, that's that's me.
Now, so what changed there? Like, cause you still need peace even though you after your injury. So what don't you like about as far as like going outside and just being in nature anymore?
I mean, I still go outside and just sit there and just um, but I don't have people to go on walks with, and I'm not about to walk by myself. So I don't know. If I had someone to walk with me, I think that I would.
Yeah, you just found peace in a different way now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
And it took me I would say 6 years to find peace after my accident, because it's been 10 years. And it took me, finally, after 6 years, I am completely okay with everything. Like, I have no complaints. I just
Okay,
thank God I'm still here.
that's good. That's good. And what's something you miss the most about in life in general prior to being injured?
Um, I had a lot of people rely on you for things, And now, since my accident, people don't rely on me as much. And so I probably say that I like, because as I've told you, I like to help people. So I was just a reliable person.
Yeah, I don't think that changed. I just think people changed. You know, like I wouldn't even say you not reliable. It's just more so of the people that needed you. They just they needed you for something different.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They wanted you for something different. So it's
Yeah.
like now that you know you ain't giving off that same like energy and all that type of stuff to it. I just think yeah, I think that's a people problem.
Yes.
And so with so like what is your actual diagnosis? Like what did they actually say happened?
I had maybe I'm missing what you're asking me, but traumatic
So
injury
oh
was
okay.
was my diagnosis.
Oh okay.
And
Yeah.
um before my accident, they diagnosed me with bipolar, but it was not on medication. I was fine. And then after my accident, I became a very quiet person. Like I used to be bubbly and everything, and I shelled up. Like after my accident, I went into a shell, and now I'm just now starting to come out. And so, did I answer your question?
Yeah. 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 So cuz that's what was just leading into my next question. So for like people that other people that have traumatic brain injuries, like what do you think the world needs for people that's going through that?
Just for people to be more understanding. Like, we're not crazy. And just because something happened to us, don't mean we don't know what we're talking about. Like, I guess just to be more understanding.
More patient.
Yeah.
Mhm. Look, I, we
I,
can we can wish and that ain't nothing that's gonna never happen.
that's right.
Like people is just it's like everybody be in a rush to go nowhere. Like that's like it's just so aggravating. Like
Yes.
and then and what's something you don't like the most about your injury?
That I got a guardian.
Mm,
I feel like I'm stuck for life with people over me. Like, I can't make a bad choice because it's gonna go back on them, you know? Like, I was full of mistakes, okay? And now I'm just like tiptoeing, like, I don't make no mistakes. So, I, I guess just having people over me, like,
just make you feel less of a human because you
yes,
can't make mistakes. Yeah.
yes. And like I can't, I don't know. I don't know. It's just how I feel.
Mm. Yeah, no, I got you. Like I mean, it's just yeah, because that's what. That's what makes you human. Being able to make mistakes and bump your head and you know what I'm saying, and because that's the only way you're gonna learn from
Yeah,
them.
but
If you got somebody always regulating what you do, it's like how you gonna ever make mistakes to either learn from it. Now it's like you a zombie. You got somebody else thinking for you.
mm-hmm.
And are do you feel there's any advantages you've gained from your injury?
Learning to be alone. I'm sorry, but that's probably one of my greatest accomplishments is learning to be alone. I always used to have people around me and always used to be around people, and just now that my accident happened, I really don't have that no more. Like, people made me feel like I'm unfun, or they don't want to be around me because I have people that have to watch me. Like, that wasn't cool. Like, I took it hard because I was 24 at the time, so I was
Was
just growing up, I was just
yeah,
adult years, and
getting into your prime.
yeah. Now this is my prime, okay? I'm 34. This is my prime.
Well, you gotta change the prime time.
Change years, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like I said, I'm right there with you. Like mine happened at 25, so like all the like that's them my horniest years. Them my I'm trying to, what I'm saying? I'm trying to do everything, and it was just like, ooh, yeah, life
Yeah.
sat me down, and it's like, yeah, you gotta, yeah, you gotta figure out there. You gotta figure out the direction you going in now, cause
Yeah.
the way you want it to, that
Yeah.
ain't that no more.
It
So,
happened that way.
yeah, yeah,
hmm
yeah. And then, so do you have any goals currently?
To get my associate's degree in business management, to accomplish me driving, um, me buying a car, um, in about 5 years, I see me getting a house. Um, just living my life, as I am, and just making good choices. Don't do old things because I'm bored. You know. Yeah.
And so with like, what you wanting to get back into driving? Like, where do you think some of the first places you gonna go? Or
Oh,
like,
my niece and my nephew, they're actually in Kentucky, so that'd be my first place I go. Is the Kentucky, and then it's just to have my own car so I can drive myself to school and I can get a better job and just just to have a miracle. Oh,
uh, all right, and then like, so what's your outlook on life moving forward? Like, how do you feel about it? The future.
definitely just stay positive and um, do the unthinkable like I've been doing, and just when you have people in your ears saying you can't do it, prove to them that you can, you know. Um, uh, just do my best, you know.
Yeah. I always feel like that. Like when people be saying you want to prove like the doubters wrong, it's like no, fuck them. You want to prove yourself right. You know what
Yes,
I'm saying?
yes,
Like shit, I don't give a fuck about you saying I can't do it. Shit, I'm trying to prove myself right. Shit, I'm the
yes,
only motherfucker that's gonna benefit from that. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So do you have like a funny story since being injured?
When I was learning to walk, it took me about 5 times of falling for me to be like, I can do this. And I just had to believe in myself. And I had to gain the strength to know that I can do it. So just falling, I mean, it was funny. Like, I laughed. My girl would be like, Are you okay? Like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm cracking. But
All
it
right. Say it's hard not to be okay if you laugh at your
was
ass off.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Like that's how mine was too. Like my first time falling out of my wheelchair, I was not and like it's funny now. It wasn't funny then though. Like I was like I was fucked up because it was like that was my first real like oh damn like your legs don't work for real.
Yeah.
Like so yeah, like that was but yeah, no, I'm right there with you. Like it's funny now when you look back and think on it, but it was like in that time it was like nah, I
No,
was
at
fucked up.
the time it was, ugh.
Yeah, you mad at the
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
You ready to
Why
cut
can't
somebody out?
I do this? I know I can do it. Why can't I do
Uh
this?
yeah, and then I usually just end it with like your Mount Rushmore of inspirational people or like just a support group. Your top four people that just help you on a daily or help you get to the point where you at right now.
I would have to say my mom is the greatest encourager. And then Lakia on my difficult parts of, life. She has been there. Like I'm not a soft cookie. Let me tell you. And for her to deal with me, I give her double thumbs up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Lakia the goat.
Yes. But that's and like I give it to God, just that he where there's a will there's a way, and he just lets me know that, and it's just I've become so reliant on him and thankful for me not to go backwards and just I mean,
His mercy.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And you probably would be number four.
Hmm.
Definitely got to give yourself some credit.
Thank
Like,
you. Yes. That
yeah,
definitely I definitely couldn't do this without me. Oh my goodness. Because they can show you so much, but it takes you to actually do it and perform it and do it over and over again till you get it. They showed you, but it takes you to do it. So I definitely, yes, you are right. I definitely have to give Mia kudos.
yep. Pat yourself on the back, everything.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's how I felt like when I was in physical therapy. Like when I was at RIM, and it's like you see the type of people that come in there, and it's like they just out of it. They ain't trying to do it. And I'm just like, dog. The only thing you gonna get out of physical therapy is what you put in it. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you in there and you just cussing them out and you mad at the world and all that type of shit,
Yes.
you ain't gonna get shit from it.
And I
You ain't gonna.
forgot one thing. You said what has been injured, or what happened in my injury. I broke my arm, and they had
Oh,
to put rod a rod in my arm, and I can't bend my arm. So they asked me, this is not the funny story. They asked me, what do you want to do about your arm? I said, cut it off. I'll learn, I'll learn to manage. And actually, I learned to manage using it. So I'm very grateful that they didn't do that.
okay. All right. say
For
say
real.
you say was that that was one of them things where it was like, oh, okay, yeah, no, I'm out of my mind. Don't listen to me.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
And I'm gonna end it. But thank you again. Like I said, I can't thank you enough for
And
your
thank
time.
you so much. I mean, just to be able to get my story out there, just let people know, don't give up.
Mhm.
Where there's a will, there's a way. And you can
Exactly.
definitely do it.
Definitely. All
Hmm.
righty. Y'all take care and have a good one.